Hey y'all, it's Rosie from iHeartRecipes, and in this video I'm making an easy, delicious banana pudding cake. So first things first, you will need yellow cake mix. I'm going to make sure this is really easy to follow. So yellow cake mix it is. I'll be using all of these ingredients except for the water. I'm going to replace that with milk, and you can use 2% whole milk or fat-free. Open up the cake mix and sprinkle it into a large mixing bowl, and then you're either going to whisk or sift the ingredients. So once you're done doing that, we're going to grab our milk and we're going to pour it in the mixing bowl. Followed by the milk, we can start adding in our vegetable oil. So FYI, some cake mixes ask you to use butter. Use butter if you have a brand that asks you to use butter, okay? So now we're going to start adding in our eggs, and we're going to mix our cake batter until it's nice and smooth. And let me know down below in the comment section what dessert recipes you want me to record. Leave that down below in the comment section. I will be reading. So we have our bananas here. I'm going to chop the bananas up in small pieces, just like so. And once it's nice and chopped and good to go, I'm going to start tossing it into our cake batter. Once it's in the cake batter, instead of mixing the batter, you want to fold the bananas in, okay? You don't want to overmix your cake mix. So once you're done doing that, you're going to preheat your oven on 350 Fahrenheit, and then we're going to grab two 9-inch cake pans. I have parchment paper at the bottom of my cake pans, but you can use baking spray, because baking spray has flour in it. So now we're going to bake our cakes for 25 to 30 minutes or until done, and then you'll let them cool completely. Now don't forget, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications, y'all. It's that little bell right next to the subscription box. And also follow me on my other social media sites and come to my blog, iHeartRecipes.com, if you want to print out any of my recipes. So while the cakes were cooling, I did make some homemade vanilla buttercream. It's really easy. It's just unsalted butter, vanilla extract, some confectioner's sugar, and a little bit of milk. Now that my cakes are cooled, I can frost them. So we're going to start off by frosting the top of one cake. Then we will cover that layer up with the other cake. And then we can start frosting the sides and the top of this cake, or the cake, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So now, once we're ready to go, we're going to just frost it, and you can use as much frosting as you want. The recipe that I have up for this vanilla buttercream makes a lot, so I had a lot left over, so I'm going to actually do like a little design at the end. But this is what it looked like once I was done doing the basic frosting. Now I'm going to start adding my vanilla wafers on the sides of the cake and the top of the cake. Now you can use more or less vanilla wafers. In the very middle, you could like crumble up some wafers and sprinkle in the very middle on top of the cake, or you can do what I'm about to show you next, which is piping out the buttercream in between the little spots of the or the gaps of the cookies. And that's really easy to do. I just used a 22 Wilton tip, and you know what? This was my finished look. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.